Hello, everyone. You know that in this video we will make 3 programs that I gave you in the last lecture. Let's get started with the first program. Our first problem is to create a program that checks whether the character stored in a variable is a vowel or not. Solve it using the if-else statement. Let's start by creating a variable called ch and putting any character into it. Now, in the if condition, we'll check if ch matches any of the vowel letters. We're checking for all forms of the vowels, both uppercase and lowercase, use or operator, between every statement. After a, we proceed to e, both uppercase and lowercase. Followed by I, capital and small. Next, O letter. And finally U. In the console, write a message of vowel character. And not a vowel character in the else part. We use the or operator between each statement. This means that if the ch variable matches any of these statements, which it does in our case, the entire condition will be considered true. If it's true, it will display the message of vowel character. However, if ch variable doesn't match any of these letters, the else part will run and show the message not a vowel character. It's as simple as that. If I store b in the variable, it should print not a vowel character. Let's write u in place of b. U is a vowel, so it should display a vowel character. In this way, we can easily determine whether any letter is a vowel or not. Let's move ahead and create a program to find the largest number among 3, make it by if-else if statement. We'll use 3 variables to store different numbers. First, we'll check if number 1 is greater than number 2 using the and operator and if number 1 is also greater than number 3. If both statements are correct, write a message number 1 is greater. Now, in the else if condition, we'll duplicate the same logic. This time, if number 2 is greater than number 1 and number 3. If it's true, we'll display number 2 is greater. Otherwise, in the else part type the message number 3 is greater. Assign 30 to the second variable. Currently, we have 30 in the output, which is the value of number 2. First, it checks the initial condition, is number 1 greater than number 2 and number 3? However, since number 1 is not greater than number 2, one condition is wrong, and the other statement number 1 is greater than number 3, this condition is true. If any one of the conditions is false, an operator will skip this part. So, it moves on to the second condition, is number 2 greater than number 1? This statement is true. It also checks if number 2 is greater than number 3, which is also right statement. Since both conditions are satisfied, that is the reason it displaying number 2 is greater in the output. Now, let's change the value of number 3 to 60. In this case, it should display 60 in the console. Here, both conditions are false, so it will jump to the else part and display. This is how you can determine and display the maximum number. Let's move ahead and develop a program that can determine the total number of days in a month, make it by if-else if. Start by creating a month variable and store a string in it, for example, February. We'll follow a similar approach as the first program we wrote for vowel letters. If month is equal to January, we'll use the or operator after each condition. Now, list all the months that have 31 days, such as March, May, July, August, October, December. For these months, write a message saying 31 days. Next, in the else if condition, list all the months that have 30 days. Copy this code and paste it below. April, June, September, November, For these months, display a message saying 30 days. Now, let's add one more condition for the month of February. February is unique because it can have either 28 or 29 days. So, we'll add a message for it. At the end, include an else part. If all the above conditions wrong, then this part will execute, or we can display a message like invalid month. Let's add some spacing for proper readability. Now, our code is looking good. As of now, we are obtaining the output 28 or 29 days because we assigned February to the month variable, and it matches in the third condition. Let's update February to March. March has 31 days, which matches in the first if condition. So, the code inside it will execute. If we set the month variable to November, it will display 30 days in November, as it matches in the second statement. If you type something like hello, it will print invalid month. The text hello doesn't match any of the conditions, so we receive the output from the else part. This is how you can determine and display the number of days in a given month. If you find it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for updates on future videos.